there. My name is Dr. Arpita DePalma. I am a retired pediatrician and I am now a trauma-informed advanced certified mindset coach working primarily with women physicians. I was in burnout for years and I didn't even realize it because didn't really know what it meant. I was exhausted, I was tired, I had brain fog, and I was honestly just carrying a lot. And even though everything looked great on the outside, it felt like crap on the inside. I was exhausted. I did not have the drive or the energy or the joy in my life to do anything that I usually would have loved to do. And so, if you've been carrying a lot lately, mentally, emotionally, and maybe even physically, I want to invite you to something that's made a huge difference in my life for so many women that I've worked with, as well as for myself, and that is coaching. The coaching program that I'm launching this fall is called Circle of Six 3.0 because it's the third cohort and it's beginning in September of 2025. This cohort is a small, intimate coaching experience that I personally lead, and it's designed for high achieving women who want more ease, more presence, more self trust, and honestly, just more peace and happiness in their life. Okay. And I really, as I mentioned, started this journey for myself years ago because I really wasn't aware of what I was not aware of. I was clueless about how little awareness I had around my own self being, my own health, my own happiness, my own thoughts that went through my mind each and every day. And so again, everything looked great on the outside. I was putting on a perfect show, but things didn't really feel so great on the inside. I was just not feeling it. All right. And so, with this constant nagging of exhaustion, of constantly overgiving to other people and overdoing for other people, over functioning for the practice, for the other things that I did in my life, taking care of the kids, taking care of the house, taking care of all the other things and all the other people, I very much so put myself at the bottom of the list. Okay. And I never paused to ask myself what I wanted, what I needed. And what I realized when I started doing that was that what I needed for myself really wasn't that much. I just wasn't putting myself on that list to be prioritized. And that was adding up. And so what I began to do is shift the way I was thinking about things. I first built awareness on how I was thinking about things in my life because I really honestly felt like everything was happening to me. I was putting blame on everything around me for why I was feeling the way I was. But when I started to realize that I had an option, I had a choice for how I wanted to choose to think about things that were happening in my life, that's when I started to take my control back. That's when I started to get out of the stuckness, out of feeling like I had no way, nowhere to go when I was in that period of burnout and resentment. Okay. And this is where the power lies. This is where we have the ability to take back our agency and be in control for what we want to create and allow into our lives. And this is exactly what we start to do in the Circle of Six group coaching cohort. We slow down, we build awareness around what our default patterns of behavior and thinking are, and then we decide if we want to keep doing that. We learn how to lead ourselves differently, with more clarity, with more intention, and quite frankly, with more compassion for ourselves. So here's how the program works, real quick. You're just going to be in this amazing group of women, a max of 6 per cohort. We will meet live over Zoom once a week for an hour for 9 weeks, and it's going to start on September 23rd. Okay. And you're going to get 9 of these sessions, like I said, with these other amazing women and myself leading you. And this is where we get to build that connection because the authentic connection with these interactions is what helps us heal. Okay. In addition to the 9 group coaching sessions, you'll get 3 private one on one sessions with me. And that's where we get the opportunity to go deeper into anything that you may not be ready to bring to the group or that you want to do a little bit more intense work on just for yourself so you can explore it more personally. In between all of these sessions, you'll also get access to my online video modules and course for upleveling your awareness. These are short modules. They're anywhere from 10 to 30 minutes long. And in addition to the modules, there's some other enrichment activities that are optional that you can do. And these put together, really help create this curriculum that help you grow with mindset, awareness, and emotional intelligence and resilience. So, if you've been feeling stuck in overdrive or like you're always having to show up for everyone else but yourself, I want to ask you to give yourself that moment to pause, to give yourself that moment to come back to you, to really settle into that inner knowing to figure out what it is that you want in life that brings you joy and peace and contentment. There's just 6 spots per cohort. So even if you're a little bit curious, I'm encouraging you to book a complimentary discovery call with me. Go to the website, click on chat with me, set up a session. We'll talk for about 45 minutes, no pressure, about what this looks like, what this container is going to look like for you. And there's no pressure. If it's not the right fit, no big deal. This has to be a mutually agreeable space for both of us. And if I also, for whatever reason, feel like this might not be the best container for you, for the space that you're currently in, I'm going to let you know. Okay. So just a reminder that even though we think we do, we don't have to push through this all alone. Okay. And this is when we can step into that space of vulnerability. I hate that word. I always mess up that word. Step into that space of vulnerability and walk into the next chapter together, asking for a help, asking for a helping hand that will guide you with more clarity, with more grace, and simply the space to breathe. All right, thanks for being here. Sorry I had a couple flip ups. I'm not going to record this. It's perfectly perfect the way it is, B- work. All right, I hope to hear from you soon. Take care.